I would call them up. I'd be like, "We have to talk me down from this ledge." And they always did. They were always so kind. I was kind of the loosey-goosey one, and they were both, just very calm, and it was so great. Hi, readers. Thank you for being here tonight. I'm Jennifer Beckstrand, and this is Jennifer Beckstrand's 10-Minute Book Club. Tonight, I'm interviewing another Jennifer, Jennifer Spredemann. She is a dear friend and an amazing Amish fiction author. You are going to love hearing from her. Remember, if you ask a question or leave a comment in the comment section below, you'll automatically be entered to win a copy of Jennifer's new book. And it's called The Englisher's Amish Courtship. It's part of a series, and you're going to love hearing about it. Also, don't forget to go and sign up for my newsletter because you'll be able to download a free book. And believe me, this is Dandelion Meadows Christmas Kisses. It is hilarious. It is a contemporary romance. It's sweet, clean, and you are going to laugh very hard. I hope you love it. Now, I'm really excited to introduce Jennifer Spredemann. Jennifer, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I am so excited to have you on. Jennifer and I go way back. We
Yeah,
wrote, was our first one Amish Christmas Miracles together?
yeah, I
That was
think
our
so,
first
yeah,
one.
yeah,
And it was me and Jennifer Spredeman and Rachel Good.
uh-huh.
And I would call them up. I'd be like, "We have to talk me down from this ledge." And they always did. They were always so kind. I was kind of the loosey-goosey one, and they were both, just very calm, and it was so great. Anyway, so we had a wonderful time, and then we did more Amish Christmas Miracles and
Uh-huh,
Amish Spring Romance together.
uh-huh,
So
and
anyway,
and the Amish Christmas Miracles hit the USA Today Bestseller List, so that was awesome.
yeah. We did that with 14 authors,
Yeah,
and that was the goal. We wanted
yep,
to hit the list, and
yeah,
we did, and it was so much work, but I'm
yeah,
so
yeah,
glad we did it.
I'm
Yeah,
glad that we hit it when we did. That
I
was
am
awesome.
too. Yay us.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Well,
yeah.
Jennifer, tell us a little bit about yourselves for readers who might not know you, and just about you as a person.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm a child of God, number one. I'm a wife and mother of six children. I have three boys and three girls,
Oh,
and they're all, it's girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy. So uh, my oldest is 27 and my youngest is 18. So
wow,
so
you
I'm
had them close.
I'm pretty much home free.
Woohoo!
Well, my last one is still in high school, so he graduates this year. So,
Oh,
but yeah, as far as writing goes, this is my 12th year of writing. My first book came out in 2012, and it was it was great. It was awesome to connect with readers and all that, and I don't know, I loved it.
you and my first book came out in 2012 too.
Okay.
So we're contemporaries, and are not all of them, but most of them are self-published. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes. Let me see, when I started writing, let's see, I had no idea what I was doing, right? And so I did like a lot of research. Okay, how are you supposed to do this? And really, I'm sure I've told you about my writing journey and how it all came to be, but in case readers don't know, it was kind of I wouldn't say by accident, but it was definitely by surprise, because I would homeschool my kids, and like once a week we'd go out grocery shopping, and I would take one of them with me. And this particular time, I took Brandy with me, and she was reading in the car, being my audiobook. And when we got to the store, she stopped reading and she said, why don't they have more books like this for people my age? And I said, I'm not sure. I mean, they might. And so I looked it up, and there was like one or two series, maybe. I think Beverly Lewis had like her Summer Hill Secrets series, like for teens. And so I said, well, why don't we write some? And so me and Brandy and Emily, so that's where the J.E.B. Our original author name came from. We started writing the Amish Girls series, which was geared toward teens, and we wrote 8 books in that series, and then I wrote 2 more to go along with it. And that's basically how the whole writing thing started. But I've started getting ideas for different books and different scenarios and stuff. And so I launched Amish by accident first because I said, well, in case I want to write more, which I probably would, um, I don't want people to think that I just write teen books, you know? And so anyway, so that was it. And it was like maybe a week before Thanksgiving or a couple days before Thanksgiving, um, I just launched it on Amazon and had no idea whether anybody would like it or anybody would read it. And it turns out that they did because it did really well. So
Well, okay, so tell us about the Englishers' Amish courtship. It sounds really interesting.
O
Um,
okay, well, it's actually book 4 in, my Amish courtship series. This is the first book, A Forbidden Amish Courtship, and basically, that series is a spinoff of my other series, which is this is this book, actually, readers can get it for free, um, online as an ebook if they want to. It's called The Trespasser, but that's Amish Country Brides. It's a 12-book series, but one of the characters in there, he's an older man, and his name is Sammy Iker, and he shows up in book 2, and he is Michael Iker, who he's like a typical bad boy. Sammy is his grandfather,
okay.
and he just became a favorite character amongst my readers, and he's always has a word of wisdom for these younger guys. So during the course of the series, he ends up mentoring different, like starting like a small like young men's group with these guys, and just offering them advice with their marriages or whatever, just different. Anyways, so this series is starts out when Sammy is in his wild years, when he's young. And so it's like, where did all that wisdom come from? And so this is like his backstory. So this takes place in well, it starts off in like the late 60s, early 70s. So this book that I am releasing in April, it is book 4 in that series. So this is the first book was about Sammy, and then he has 5 siblings. So it'll be 6 books long, least that's what I'm planning. So this is the 4th book in that series, and this is Clive's story. So Clive is so each of the siblings, they are all named after authors. So Clive is named after C.S. Lewis because
Oh, yeah.
his name Clive Staples Lewis, and he never liked his name, so he went by C.S. Lewis. Um, so but yeah, so Clive is basically the opening scene as he's driving home from a church meeting on a Sunday, and he's just thinking about his life and his potential mates and stuff, and how his friends are all pairing up and finding somebody, the love of their lives. And he's courting somebody, but he doesn't really, there's like no spark there, there's nothing. He's like, I could settle, but I would be settling. So he's got all this on his mind when he's driving home, and then he basically veers into the other lane, and he gets in a crash with an English woman. He rescues her and basically delivers her baby. and because she's pregnant, she goes into labor, and so anyways, so that's the beginning of the book, so they end up falling for each other, and so he has to figure out what he wants to do because he's already baptized into the Amish church and all that. So
Yeah.
so in the book, The Heartbreaker, which is book two in the Amish Country Bride series, um, the main character in the book, the female protagonist, she's talking to Sammy. He asks her if she asked forgiveness, if she's asked forgiveness, and and she said yes many times. And he said you don't have to ask, you don't have to keep asking. God is not hard of hearing. And and so I don't know, it just reminds me of no matter how far we go, it's only one step back to God. He's always there waiting for us, and he's, willing to take us at our word, and really he puts that power in our hands, and
Oh,
he always takes us back, no matter how much. A righteous man falleth 7 times and riseth up again. So he's, he's gonna he's there, even though, we do stupid things sometimes.
so I have one last question, which I
Okay.
ask everybody. You're stuck on a desert island. What three things would you like to have with you?
Oh goodness. Okay. I would definitely need my Bible. Um, I don't know, a lifetime supply of food.
Always
and
good. Yeah.
and probably my husband, because he knows how to build things, so he could keep us out of the weather, I guess.
That is great. My husband and I, we both said, we're both kind of worthless at a disaster
Yeah,
because
yeah. Well, and you can learn. I mean, you just use your
that's
imagination, and you figure it out, When
yeah,
if you're in that situation, you're gonna figure something out, because survival.
that's true. Well, you probably wouldn't have YouTube, but YouTube has definitely, made everybody a do-it-yourselfer, right? Because you
Yeah.
can just watch YouTube and,
Uh-huh.
I fixed my toilet a few weeks ago using YouTube. It's like, okay, this is manageable. I can do this.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Jennifer, thank you. It has been so much fun to
Yes.
catch up just a little bit. And readers, go check out An Englisher's Amish Courtship.